Hello everybody, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Taking a few days out to recharge and get through my hectic week last week. So I'm back and I'm doing the life path readings. So we're now at number 2 and this is your life path reading number 2. Again, if you're not sure what your life path number is, there's information on how to get that in the description box below. You can go to numerology.com, I think it is, but take a look in the description box. You can either calculate that by yourself, which is quite an easy sum really to do, or you can have the site do the calculation for you. So this reading is going to show you where you are right now. It's also going to show you what's holding you back, where you should be focusing, what your next step is, and an outcome on your path for you. So thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, angels. Please show me and guide me for the highest good and with the best intentions, the messages for life path number 2, please. Thank you so much. So where are you right now? Let's see. We have the Ace of Cups. Ooh! What's holding you back? The Knight of Swords. We're just going to rearrange this a little bit there so I've got room to go a bit further up there with this spread. Where should you be focusing? Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. What is your next step, please? Thank you. It's gone flying on the floor. The Knight of Cups. And what is the outcome, please? Thank you. On the floor, you have the Hermit, but you also have the Judgment card that's flipped as well, so I'm being guided to take that one also. So on the bottom of the deck you have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so this is saying that, wow, you're feeling quite restricted, you're feeling trapped, you're feeling stuck. But this seems to be more so in your mindset. This is in your way of thinking. So maybe you're having quite a lot of negative thoughts at the moment. That's clear with the 8 of Swords. But if you look closely at the cards, you could free yourself from this rope. You've got all those swords around you. And you've literally got one hand on the edge of that rope. So you could literally let go of that piece of rope you have in your hand there, and that will just unwind and release you from this negative thought pattern that you've got going on. I'm really being made aware of the fact that your back is turned away from these swords as well, and it seems as though most of them are behind you, but there's 2 that are in front of you. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just being made aware of that really strongly. So it seems as though you're probably not thinking negatively about everything that has been a challenge for you. You're probably just feeling quite negative on a new pathway. It could also be feeling negative about two situations. It could be two people here, because you do have the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this can really be regarding a relationship. But we'll find out more as we continue with the spread. But where you are right now is the Ace of Cups. So this is you. I feel this is you wanting that new opportunity, wanting a new beginning in love. And this is your life path reading, but also be mindful that relationships will come on your path to teach you the lessons that you need to learn. So they can be on your life path for you, because all relationships, they come in to teach us something, or for you to teach someone else something. We all meet people on our pathway for a reason. But I do feel that this is either an opportunity to bring new love in, or it's most definitely the opportunity to really start loving yourself more, not feeling so trapped negatively in your mind, and just really starting to bring back that love for yourself. Fill up your own cup. Open your heart to love again. Open to give and receive. So you could be feeling really quite stuck about that. So take which message resonates the most for you. What's holding you back is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords indicates a bit of an unbalance. It also indicates maybe sometimes a lack of focus and jumping into a situation. So it's almost like you're ready for this, but your thought process is holding you back. Now, the Ace of Cups, it doesn't only reflect upon love, it can also signify just a brand new start. And it can be a brand new start heading towards something creatively for yourself as well. It's just being independent, creating something new as well. So this could be something that you enjoy creatively, that can also bring in a little small business as well. And you may feel as though you're charging towards it a little bit too fast. It's almost like there's such a desire and there's such a love to do this that you may be moving a little bit too fast. So there's balance is required and a little bit more of a focus. Maybe don't rush in so quickly, not so extreme in your movement forward. And this can be the same in the other scenarios that I've mentioned. So if it's a relationship, you may feel as though you're ready for it, but with this negative mindset, it's going to hold you back. Maybe you're also doubting that you can succeed in this creative project, this business that allows you to express and create. Maybe your thoughts are holding you back there as well. But this is something that you've put a lot of time and dedication into. You've been very patient, and it's almost like you've been very patient. You almost look bored and fed up, and you're ready to create, is what I see from this card. It's like, I'm ready now, but something's holding you back. And that could be that could be something else, which we may find out a little bit further down the reading. But it also definitely can be, with the Eight of Swords, your negative approach to it, the way you think. So it's like you're waiting. It's almost like you don't really know what to do, and that's when that imbalance comes in with this Knight of Swords. One moment you're ready to leap towards it, move fast. Then there's this negative approach to it. Maybe not seeing clearly because you just want to move quickly now, because you're tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting. You may be beginning to lose patience. And this is where your focus should be. Your focus should be remaining patient, waiting, working hard to put effort into this so that things can come to fruition. Things can really start to blossom for you. Things will start to grow, and you will grow as well. Some coffee. And then you have the Knight of Cups in your next step. So you've got two knights here. So where your focus should be is, again, we're coming back to the cups. So this is reflecting over a relationship for some of you. It's also, again, about your creativity. So as you can see, we've got one knight here moving very, very quickly, like charging towards this. Unfocused, because you see a blindfold. It's like you're ready to make moves, but it would be a little reckless, you know? It would be reckless because of the way you're thinking. But then you see the Knight of Cups here. He stood in the water that's very calm. The sun is shining in the background there. The horse's head is down. It's like your focus should be really gaining control over your emotions. So even though you may have this desire, this love, this passion to go after this relationship, this project, this need to fulfill yourself emotionally, the opportunity to fill your own cup there, just here. This is a person that is more emotionally balanced. So your focus should be gaining more balance in your emotions. And that's not just emotions pertaining to your heart, it's your emotions all round, your way of thinking, your approach to things, because of the imbalance and maybe the extreme in your emotions. There's a very, and when I was shuffling the cards, I was hearing the word stability, which I don't know if I mentioned, but if I forgot to mention that, I'm just being reminded of it now. It's all about seeking a little bit more stability on your path right now. So, and then the outcome for you, and this is really going within, this is soul searching, and it's following your inner light, following what your soul desires, because a lot of the time when we allow our thoughts and emotions to step in front of the direction we're going, that can really make things unbalanced, unfocused. It's almost like your soul knows what it wants, but the human body kind of steps in the way, and it prevents you from heading on this path. And this path is a good path. It heads you towards completion out of completing out this cycle of doubt, overthinking, and it just puts you in a much more stable place, because what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to go within, you're allowing yourself to listen to what your soul wants, and that's why you're being guided to gain control and balance over your emotions. This is a whole new pathway with the Hermit here, and you're also being called to make a judgment call. This is making a final decision. Definitely a final decision that allows you to close out this cycle, that allows you to look at this with a different approach rather than overthinking, rather than allowing your emotions to hold you back, really, more than anything, keep you stuck, make you feel as though you're trapped. But this is quite a life-changing decision, because the Hermit and the Judgment together, this is a soul's calling. So I do feel for many of you it's something very creative, but again, for some of you it could be a relationship for you where you're really being guided to tame your emotions, because again, if you're extreme in your emotions, this opportunity for new love is going to be another challenge for you, and you're being guided to really close that out. Really work on your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is very important, because you need to be able to give and receive love. You need to head towards a relationship with a sense of starting fresh, but also a sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? A sense of, come on, Spirit, give me the word. Just more optimism. And the word is not coming to me. More control in your emotions, more control in the way you think about a relationship moving forward, because you may have really experienced some relationships that have had you stuck in your mind. And I still cannot think of that word. I need the word because it's so important. That's crazy how I cannot think of that word. Excuse me. Vulnerability, thank you. Go into this relationship with vulnerability, as though it's the first relationship you've ever had. Why that was completely blank out of my mind, I do not know. Maybe, okay, thank you. Maybe that's where you're struggling. Maybe, wow, okay. Maybe it's really difficult for you to step into that vulnerability again because of the relationships that you've had to endure in the past, the challenges, the hurt, the pain, and the heartbreak. But this is beautiful. What comes in for you is really life-changing. It's really, really life-changing, because with the Hermit and the Judgment, you're allowing your soul, your higher self, to guide you. And this really puts you in a place where you change your life. And what comes after the Judgment is the Death card. And that is really stepping away from anything that's holding you back, that fears you. This is really lovely. This is just following. This really is a calling for some of you. And some of you know what this calling is. It can be anything creative, but it's also very spiritual. And when you start to go within, I think you're really going to be shocked at the wisdom and the experience that you already unknowingly carry within you. Oh, I love that. But you will become aware of it. This is a spiritual path for some of you. And you are a very patient, you're a very patient soul. Being a life path number 2, you are patient, you're tolerant, you're agreeable, you can be very diplomatic and charming, but also maybe this is what this struggle is for you. Maybe past relationships have taken advantage of those beautiful qualities that you have, and maybe you're stepping into the negative side of what your life path 2 means, which is you're being oversensitive. Maybe you're being held back. You're feeling very shy, and you may not feel as though you can follow your ambitions, but again, what comes in for you is this Hermit and this Judgment card. And that is, you're really being guided to go within, to follow your inner light, follow what makes your soul sing. It's beautiful. I do think it's a spiritual pathway for some of you. It's really, really nice. I do want to look at this Seven of Pentacles for you. Thank you. Why is this Seven of Pentacles here? I'm really tingling right now. I'm getting tingles. Anything else? Thank you. Seven of Pentacles. So you have the Five of Swords. You have the Six of Cups. And you also have the Eight of Pentacles. And that is exactly what I was seeing and was being shown, the Eight of Pentacles. Because there is more work for you. There's more work to be done. But this work and this effort and this time and dedication that you put in will only lead you to a beautiful pathway that's life-changing, that's needed, where you're going to be able to make a decision because you're going to go within. But also, again, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, but also goes alongside this Eight of Swords, is the Five of Swords. And this is you really probably doing your own head in, if I put that bluntly, because that's what I'm hearing. It's overthinking, it's stressing, worrying, feeling anxious, feeling trapped in your mind. Maybe you're negatively talking to yourself, keeping you stuck, keeping you trapped. So it seems as though you're at this point where you're losing patience. And that is so understandable when you've got so many overwhelming thoughts in your head. But this probably is taking you back to past. It's maybe taking you back to your childhood even. Things that you had to go through in your childhood, past, distant past, recent past, whatever that is for you. But again, you're really being guided to continue the work. There's more work needed. There's more time, there's more work, there's more dedication and effort to bring this in for yourself, because I feel like it's so deserved. You know, try and change the way that you're thinking about this, because this new path just leads to something beautiful. And again, you're going to really realize exactly what this is for you. You're following what your soul wants. And you've got the Sun there. The Sun is the most beautiful card in the deck. And again, it's that completion. It's that clarity. It's the sense of freedom. And here you are with your arms stretched open wide, looking up at the sky, feeling the sun glistening upon you, knowing and feeling a sense of freedom that you've reached the end of this cycle, that you have control over your mind, that you're ready to receive the blessings, the abundance and the happiness. And it's just so beautiful. You're so carefree and liberated because, oh, tingle, tingle, you're going to follow what your soul is wanting you to do. And it's going to be a life-changing decision, and it's just going to make you feel so free, so happy, so glad that you reached this point. But let's get some more. The Hermit and the Judgment. Okay. The Hermit and the Judgment. Love it. Okay. So yeah, I was feeling that energy there. moving away from a lot of heartbreak and pain, having to heal. You know, you're still on this healing journey. We all are, to a point. We're all having to heal some parts of our life. And I was sensing that with the Eight of Swords and the cards that you've got in your spread. And we have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Because yes, anything you've experienced in the distant past, the recent past, these have had you clinging on to, I want to say, you've been holding on to your heart, protecting your heart, because it's always put you in a place of loss, of lack, of insecurity, of just feeling so left out and just left alone. And you do see that. I can sense that energy with the Eight of Swords, and that's why I feel so strongly that this is so deserved, because you've had to go through so much. And again, it's about your stability, and that is definitely what I was sensing from the beginning. So by following your own inner light, by following the messages you receive from your higher self and your soul, listening to what your soul wants, and that requires tapping into yourself. And that can just mean by sitting quiet. You don't have to put on any fancy meditation music and sit in a yoga pose, or, you know, if you don't have anywhere that's naturistic near you, it can just be as simple as washing the dishes, hoovering, working on what you do creatively for some of you as well. And just sit in those moments, in that now moment, and just really, really try to quiet your mind. Because this journey that is going ahead for you, this journey that moves forward, is you not focusing on not focusing on holding back your emotions, not feeling as though you've got to protect your heart because you're going to be left out or left insecure or left alone. And the Two of Cups is really signifying that this calling for you is a relationship, and it's a relationship that is going to teach you a lot about yourself, a lot about the other person. It's going to be a relationship that's a strong bond, a relationship that is going to match you, because I feel they're going to be very supportive, very protective, and they're going to be as sensitive as you and also intuitive. So for you, life path number 2, you may have many placements in water as well. That's also what I'm feeling. But this is really indicating a relationship. But for others of you, this is a creative project. This really is indicating to me that this is a brand new beginning, a brand new opportunity for you to be able to express yourself creatively. And this can lead you to succeeding in your own business. Maybe having a partnership with somebody as well. You could go into business with somebody else that's on the exact same wavelength as you. And this really can help your period of healing. It can help you on that pathway to healing. It can really help you tap into how you're feeling emotionally, mentally. And it's beautiful. It's just full of, it's just going to be a kind business. I feel like you could be really creating things with your hands, making things along the spiritual path. Now, this could be creating jewelry, cards, rune stones, things like that. Beautiful. But I really feel like if this is a relationship for you, it's almost like it's a past life relationship coming in to teach you something else that helps you not feel so stuck, that this bond, this relationship is just going to be, it's part of your growth. It's just going to give you so much more experience in love, so much more awareness and acceptance as well. It's beautiful. What last message? Answering the call. The time is now. Absolutely. So on point with the Hermit card here. You're really being guided to pay attention to what your soul wants. Your soul will guide you through your higher self, through your intuition. Try not to focus on those negative thoughts coming in. Grounding. Exactly. So on point as well. Grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. So absolutely, if you can get out in nature, then please do, because it's so beneficial. Because you're able to, this will really help you quieten your mind if you've practiced grounding, if you pay attention to everything that's around you. Try not to let your thoughts run off of what you've got to do next week, what your schedule is, what appointments you've got, anything that's not in this now moment. It's really important to focus on the now moment, to stay present, and this really helps you ground. It stops your mind wandering off. And that's when you master the art of grounding, and when you soul search, when you go deep within, this is when you can follow your soul's calling. It's beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe. Remember to tap the notification bell so you're aware of when I upload videos. Keep an eye out for shorts. I do upload them as often as I can. And I wish you all so much love and blessings, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.